Once upon a time in a bustling city, there lived a young man full of vigor and vitality. His name was Teo. Athletic, vibrant, full of life, he lived for movement. The kind of guy who couldn't sit still for long, always on the go. Always up for a challenge. Then one fateful night, his life changed in the blink of an eye. A reckless driver, a collision, a moment that froze time. When he opened his eyes, the world spun. The pain was deafening. The room was white. His legs, still. The doctors were kind, but honest. "You'll never walk again," they said. "Your spine is damaged beyond repair." And just like that, the runner was told to sit still, to surrender to the wheelchair, to resign himself to a life of stillness. For a while, Teo did just that. He became a prisoner of his own body, trapped in a prison of bone and muscle. Depression crept in. He stopped eating. Stopped speaking. Stopped hoping. He wasn't just paralyzed in body, he was paralyzed in spirit. But one day, something stirred. Not in his legs, but in his heart. His mother never stopped believing. And neither did a young therapist named Ada. She saw not just a broken body, but a broken spirit. And she vowed to help him take his first step, not in his legs, but in his soul. Therapy began. It was brutal. Muscles screamed. Limbs trembled. Progress was microscopic. But Teo showed up. Every single day. He fought through the pain, pushed past his limits, refusing to give up. And then it happened, one step. One small, shaky, miraculous step. It wasn't graceful, it wasn't perfect, but it was his. And it changed everything. Teo didn't just walk again. He ran, not away from the pain, but toward his purpose. He ran for those who said he never would. He ran for those who believed in him when he couldn't believe in himself. As the years went by, Teo's story became a beacon of hope. Today, Teo is not only walking, he's running motivational marathons, training others, sharing his story. Reminding people that what seems like the end can actually be the beginning. They told him he'd never walk again, but they forgot one thing. They didn't measure the size of his will. Because when life says you can't, faith and fight say you will. Teo's journey was far from easy. There were days when the pain was unbearable, when the darkness threatened to consume him. When the whispers of "I can't" drowned out the music in his heart. But he held on. He held on to his mother's unwavering faith, to Ada's gentle encouragement, and most importantly, to the rhythm of his own indomitable spirit. For Teo, every step was a victory. Every mile a triumph. He didn't just prove the doctors wrong. He proved to himself that limitations are often self-imposed. That the boundaries of our capabilities are defined not by our circumstances, but by the strength of our will. He became a living testament to the resilience of the human spirit. A shining example of what determination and sheer willpower can accomplish. Teo's story echoes through the corridors of time, urging us to challenge the boundaries of what we think is possible. It's a reminder that we should never, ever give up. So if you find yourself facing seemingly insurmountable odds, if life has dealt you a hand that seems too difficult to play, remember Teo. Remember the man who walked again, not because he had perfect legs, but because he had an indomitable spirit. If this story touched your heart and inspired your soul, do us a favor, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and let the tale of Teo be a light that guides you through the darkest of times. At the end of the day, it's not about whether we stumble or fall. It's about whether we have the will to rise. And as Teo so beautifully demonstrated, that power resides not just in our limbs, but in our unbreakable spirits. Thank you for watching. And if you're moved by stories that celebrate the strength of the human spirit, don't forget to subscribe.